Going on, guys? Welcome back. So this video is just going to be really short. I just really wanted to make another Tech Talk episode. Anyway, the thing I want to talk about today is the budget phones, as you could tell by the title of the video. So today I'm going to particularly talk about the Moto E4 Plus. Now, this phone I've been using over the past 2-3 days, and I love it. And I'm going to explain to you why. But before I do that, I'm going to explain to you the specs. It's got a fingerprint sensor, which is my favorite feature, a 5.5-inch beautiful display, a front-firing speaker, a 5-megapixel front-facing camera with front-facing flash, and a 13-megapixel rear-facing camera. 16 gigs with an optional 32 gig model, 2 gigs of RAM. I'm pretty sure it has micro SD card expansion. And that's it. That's all I really have to say about the specs. I don't know what the chipset is specifically, but the reason I love this phone is because of what I use my smartphone for. I don't notice a difference between using this and using like a $700 high quality phone. Not high quality, $700 flagship phone. Because this is high quality. Oh, it's made of metal too. It's got a metal construction. And the nice part about all that, that's $150 some dollars. That's it. $150, $170. Yeah. All that for that price. And then I had another phone, the Moto G4 Play, $80. And it was around a similar thing, except it only had like 1.5 gigs of RAM, a 5-inch screen, and the screen didn't look nearly as good. And it was a plastic construction over metal, but I kind of like plastic because it's not only is it cheaper than metal, but by using plastic, it's got a couple advantages metal just doesn't have. And yeah. Anyway, the basic point being of this whole video, when I had that phone, I began to calculate in my head. And this is what I ended up coming out with. And I'm sorry if I keep moving the camera on my arm. I could spend a similar price that I'd spend on a $700 flagship over the course of 4-ish years, maybe 3, maybe 5, and buy 80, 100 and some, and 80 or under 100 budget phones off and on. And I can just do whatever I want with them. I can put them through hell and back, and I don't have to worry about them because I can just get a new one for a cheap price. Whereas with the high quality one, with the flagship, I would still have to nurture it and care it, and it would probably last me a year and a half, maybe 2. Whereas I can just get these, they'll last me a couple months, I throw it out, tear it apart, get a new one, I repeat the process. And then, and I'm spending the same amount of money over a longer course of time getting more phones that I don't have to worry about. That's a massive advantage. And because of what I do with my phone, I don't notice a difference. And that was my phone going off. That thing also has a really loud speaker. Anyway, the basic point, the overall conclusion that I'm now gonna make to this video is budget phones fascinate me and excite me. I am extremely excited for budget phones because if this is what we can do with budget phones now, I want to know what we're gonna be able to do with budget phones 5 or 10 years from now. I mean, I could be buying specs on a $100, $200 phone that are equivalent to the $700 flagships. I mean, obviously they're not super equivalent to the $700 flagships, but they can definitely on normal daily usage be pretty equal with the flagships. So if we can get them to a point where they're equal, if not better than the flagships, it would, in my opinion, it would change the smartphone market. Since the smartphone market is heavily dominated by high quality $700 flagship phones that you're constantly shoved in with you're constantly shoved ads of those in your face. I've never seen a commercial for this phone, for a budget phone. Wonder why. Anyway, that's really all I have to say for this video, except for one more thing. The budget, the perfect example of mid-tier budget phones that demonstrate what the future could be is the Moto G5, and I will link a video of a review of the Moto G5 in the description, so you guys can check that out for yourself. And it's from one of the best, in my opinion, the best tech reviewers on YouTube. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I have to say. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Peace out.